Welcome to In Bed with Natasha, or should I say In Bed with Justin Wu?
Hello.
Well, tell me what you're up to right now.
So right now I'm actually writing a script for a short film I'm trying to make in New York.
You're mainly known initially as a fashion video maker.
That's correct, yeah.
So do you feel, is this a natural transit to move over into film? Is it something you already thought that you wanted to do from the beginning, or it's just naturally happened more within the process of film?
Actually, the funny thing is that, it's funny that you mentioned this, but most people do recognize me as a fashion film director or fashion video guy. And I actually started out doing fashion photography from the very beginning, but it sort of led to a natural progression from photography to film, and then from film I kind of realized, wait, you know, there's still a whole other world that can be discovered. And I think I was actually mostly inspired by when Tom Ford made his first debut film, and I was touched by it. Like, if that is the quality of work that a designer, a person in our fashion community can do, I was as inspired to say, why don't I give it a shot? So I figured again, to kind of continue challenging myself.
Wow, so you're actually writing the script then?
I am actually writing the script.
Can you give us any little bit of like some ideas about, you know?
Sure. Actually, it's, I mean, if you look at all my films, it's all pretty fun and it's pretty lighthearted. So I thought I would sort of start off with a comedy. So it's going to be a heist film, so a bit of action, but it's all from a child's point of view.
One of the best things that a lot of people probably don't know about Justin Wu, because they know about his work and, you know, everything, but they don't know that, you know, you didn't really start out with a fashion background.
No, not at all.
So I would really love for you to tell the camera or to tell our audience a little bit about, you know, because I'm always like, wow, my mouth is wide open when you told me about your background, so I thought it was great.
Sure, so I actually started out doing painting, sketching, and drawing when I was a little kid, and I would say that by high school I really wanted to get into art. But traditional Oriental parents tend to be a bit demanding, or they sort of know what's best for the child and wanted me to follow my father's footsteps as a doctor. So I went into science at university, specializing in genetics. And kind of realized it wasn't really my thing. I think I worked in a lab, I worked in an office, worked in a clinic, and I was like, whoa, this is really not my thing. I mean, I appreciate it, I really do. I like science, but it's not my thing. But actually, how I got into it was I was taking photography. My parents bought me my first camera around the first year of university. And I was like, you know, really focus on your studies, take a photo, click, and it's done, right? Funny enough, I spent more time in photography than I ever did in any of the other arts, and even my studies, like, I was so focused into building the sets, building the scene, and this was so exciting. But I was still doing science, and luckily one of my roommates, floor mates in university, is an art student, an art major, and he said, why aren't you not, you know, using your talent
doing something more with this?
So I was like, oh, whatever. He took the photos from my drawer and submitted to an art gallery, and I got a private gallery show.
That's right.
in the first university. Well, why don't I actually pursue this further?
Basically, your destiny was ahead of you. It was knocking your door.
No complaints, and I thank you so much, Dave, for doing
well, we thank you as well, Dave. I've never met you before, but thank you anyway. Let's do some yes and no's. Casey Grand.
Amazing, she's awesome.
Kids?
No.
Lasagna?
Yes.
Reality TV?
I'd have to say no to that one.
Toy Savigny?
Amazing.
Medicines?
Medicines? Also no.
Latex?
Latex? Nah.
So this is how I charm Justin into bed every night. I'm going to read him a little bedtime story, you know, my romanticizing him. I thought it'd be a kid's story, you know, because that's how girls get guys into bed, right?
Of course.
Of course.